think I'm streaming. Let me check. Oh, I hear myself. That's good. I'm getting latency on my own stream. Okay. Oh, I hear myself. That's good. I think that's okay. Alright. Okay. Let's do this. Let's see. Okay, nobody's in chat yet. Alright, so I don't know if this is a good place to put it, so we're just gonna leave this here to see how it goes. Actually, can we change the color? Actually, do I have to point this? Hold on. There we go. It doesn't look like the color comes through that well. Hold on, let me increase the intensity. No, it just gets like whiter. Let's see. Fit. Nope, that's super bright. Down. Oh god. So it looks like I can't control the brightness and have a thing. Alright, well, we'll leave that up for a little bit. Okay, cool. Let's see. Let's go ahead and make my one announcement. Okay. Alright, before anybody gets here, let's put on my cheating fingers. If anybody didn't know, cheating fingers is sort quick. That's what it is. Nothing special. Okay. Yeah, I kind of wanted to see if this... Charlie's Beats! Hello, welcome in. How's it going? Thank you so much for the resub. How's it going, Charlie? How are you doing today? Hopefully you're doing well. Oh, good. You caught me putting on cheating fingers. Because I was like, okay, well, before anything happens, let me put these on. I also wanted to see if having this interferes with, like, magic. It's kind of in the way of cards, but you can kind of see through it. I don't know if that's necessarily a good or a bad thing. I guess I could also just move it if it ends up becoming an issue. But, yeah. I think I've discussed my issues with trying to put it back here. So the cable that comes with this is not very long. So getting it up there would be a problem. Actually, can I just slide it here? Wait, does that affect the camera at all? Okay, alright, that's nifty. I could just hide it there and then bring it back out. That's nifty. Okay, alright. Backup plans. This is good. Anyway, hopefully everybody's doing well. How's everybody's weekend? I had a pretty restful weekend and I got to cook a lot, so that was good. I haven't had a chance to cook too often lately. Twitch, yes! That's right. Is that global emote? Yeah, okay. Yes, okay. I have it too, yes. Alright. See, in the interim, I have learned a new trick. I can try and do the regular version of it as a warm-up, mostly because it's in my head now and I don't want to have to try and remember it later. But for my trick on my YouTube channel tomorrow, it's going to be this trick, but... Andrew War, thank you so much for the Prime Gaming. timing, Gibson Lens, to come exactly when your card was right there. Beautiful. All right. Whew. Okay. First things first. Thank you so much for that instant hype train. I start the stream and then boom, there it is. So thank you so much for the resubs, Charlie's Beats and Andrew War. Let's see. I happen to know that Charlie's Beats is the ace of spades, and I believe Andrew, you are a 2. Let me see. Two of diamonds, right? Yeah, 2 of diamonds. So once again, thank you so much for the support. So there we are. Okay. Okay. That wasn't the intent, but I'm here for it. All right. Awesome. Thank you so much, Andrew Ware. Charlie's got the Pog. Mike 2600. Hello. Welcome in. How's it going? Hype Train. Yeah, that's right. Actually, Mike 2600. I just literally improvised like 5 minutes of magic really fast, and they were seamlessly flowing into one another. So it wasn't like I had to stop a trick and then start a new trick. It was like I just went, whoa, yeah, okay, this is now a trick, but this is now another trick. But it seemed like it flowed, so that felt good. That felt good. Anyway, and Gibson Lens, Bert, welcome in. How's it going? How's everybody doing tonight? Hopefully everybody's doing well. I'm trying to see. I'm experimenting with this to see if it shows up okay. I also had a very clean snap change that time. I swear I probably can't repeat it. All right, this won't be that good looking, I don't think. Okay, that looked good. It's only because it was red joker, black joker. So, Gibson Lens says I'm slightly sleepy. You know, I was a little tired too until I got a hype train, and then I was like, okay, I'm awake now. But if you guys have been sitting around and you haven't hydrated for a bit, feel free to hydrate. Today I'm having Sleepy Time Mint Tea, which is why I bring up the tea. Because Sleepy Time. Analog typography, I love it. Yeah. So yeah, if anybody didn't know, my best friend got this for me for my birthday. So it's actually a color right now. That's actually the color. I don't know if let me see if I change the color, if it actually shows up on. So you can kind of see the color changed. It's not super evident on screen, but like if I put my hand on it, that's like the Twitch purple right there. So, yeah. Whew. Okay. Now I was going to do a new trick, and then I forgot because there was a hype train. So. Okay, what are we going to need to do? Actually, I may want to use bicycles for the new trick. Oh no, I just realized I can't set up if I should. You know what? I gotta go to the screen, guys. I gotta go to the screen. I don't want to reveal the secrets of magic. That's all. Anyway, as I was saying earlier, I had a restful weekend this weekend, so it was nice. I got to do some cooking. I do try and cook like every weekend, but it's not as much as I would like. I don't get to spend as much time cooking as I used to. So. But anyway, welcome in Alchemutation. Thank you so much for the bits. Chan the Magic Man, welcome in. Acknowledge my bits. LOL. I acknowledge the bits. I acknowledge them. Bits have been acknowledged. Lol. Hey Craig. Hey Chan. How's it going? Chan, welcome in. How's it going? Let's see. While we are here, oh, hold on. I'm just gonna go ahead and shove a magician choice because my first warm-up trick. Actually, I'm warmed up because of the hype train, but I was planning on doing a new trick that I just learned as my first trick. Although it's not my first trick anymore today. But while we're here, before we do anything else, let's go ahead and do a bunch of shoutouts. If you guys are not following our friend Charlie's Beats, please give Charlie's Beats a follow. Charlie hangs out in a lot of music streams, but also streams himself occasionally. Let's see. If you guys are not following our mod, Gibson Lens, please give Gibson Lens a follow. Also known as Bert, plays piano, very chill and calming. Also has a lot of his own originals, so definitely check him out. If you guys are not following our friend Mike2600, please give Mike2600 a follow. Mike is a DJ on Twitch, but also has been known to do sleight of hand nights on Twitch as well. So that's I don't know if you've streamed lately, Mike, but let us know when you will. So if you guys are not following our friend Alchemutation, also known as Craig, but also known as the #1 rater to this stream. I don't know the exact count, but I think it's like Alchemutation has rated into this stream like at least 16 or 17 times, I think. So I could get an exact count, but I don't think anybody else is anywhere near close to that. Like maybe the next closest is like 3 or 4 raids into this stream. So, but yeah, Craig plays guitar, plays Smilecore. If you guys are not smiling while listening to his music, definitely not listening to Craig, obviously. So, but Craig has also been known to perform some magic on his stream. If you guys are not following our friend Chan the Magic Man, please give Chan the Magic Man a follow. Chan the Magic Man is one of the other few magicians that has a regular magic schedule on Twitch. Does Magic Mondays, so you can catch me Sunday night and then Chan Monday night. And so yeah, if you catch Chan another time, he's playing retro games or community games or traveling. So okay, all right. Did I catch everybody in chat? If I didn't catch you and you want to shout out, let us know.
Hello there.
Hello there. Hello. How's it going? Checking the gaff meter. Welcome in. How's it going? How's it going? How you doing? I don't know if I need an accent there. See, Mike2600 says one of these days. Chan says Craig is a legend. Haha, thanks guys. Your second single is out now. Oh, Craig, was that the one that you sent? I listened to it. I think I commented on it on YouTube. Let us know if that was your second single. We can, yeah. Checking the gaff meter. Welcome in. How's it going? How's everybody doing tonight? Hopefully everybody's having a great weekend. Let's see. Just to double check, Craig, is Low Flying Albatross your second single? Is that just confirm? I can I think I still have the link. If that is the one, I can share it with chat if anybody wants to listen. I listened to it. It's really good. Actually, funny story, I've been watching a lot of guitar videos on YouTube. So instead of magic tricks, I've been watching guitar videos. Yeah. Long story. Alright, let me do this trick, and then I know Checking the Gaff Meter probably wants me to explain the story of 5 guitars in my house, so we'll get there. Alright. Shower time, be right back. Alright, yeah, definitely take a take a shower if you need to. Don't let me stop you from good general hygiene. I would feel terrible. 5 what? Checking the Gaff Meter, I know not last week, but a couple of weeks ago, weren't you the one that was wondering about why I had 5 guitars? Or was it somebody else? I might have a bad memory. Parent brain, I guess. Gah! Oh, yes. Okay, all right. Okay, so it was you. All right, just double checking because I'm like, wait a second. I thought I remember I was going to mention something, and then I didn't mention it last week. And I'm like, wait, who was it for? And then I tried to remember during the week, and I thought it was you. Okay, all right. That absolutely was me. Okay, great. Okay, so we're going to do this trick, and then I'm going to explain the story about 5 guitars. All right, cool. All right, so this trick is called Bullet Party, but I themed it as something completely different. I'm just going to try to do like a regular version of today, but for my YouTube channel, I themed it as Clue the Board Game. So anyway, first things first, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. Now, as a magician, you know that I can cheat at cards if I want. And so this trick actually isn't a trick. It's actually more of a game. And you want to keep your eyes on the Ace of Spades because that's like the money card. And so here, look, the money card is just going to appear. There it is, Ace of Spades. Now, I want you to keep your eye on the Ace of Spades. The other 3 cards you don't really need to worry about because they are all jokers. And so now what we're going to do is ask you to keep track of the Ace of Spades, but it's going to be really hard because even though it's face up there, if I go ahead and I do something like this, that's actually going to make it turn face down. I know, that's super strange. Now, if I just take like any of the jokers right here and I just tuck it into the packet, now I can turn that joker into an Ace of Spades. Because look. I know, is that weird? That's super weird, right? That shouldn't happen. But if I want to cheat, I can change it back to be a joker, like this. And so here. And now some people believe that there's too many jokers, can't follow along. And so look, what I can do is I can actually palm this joker and then take it away, right? So now there's only 3 cards here. But if I wanted to put that card back, I could cheat and do something like this. And now there's 4 cards in here. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. And now somebody's like, wait. That means there's only jokers in there and there's no aces? And I'm like, no, the ace is still in there because look. I know, that's super weird, right? Now, importantly, some people believe that I was cheating the entire time. They think that I'm using an extra ace. And so I tell them, you know what? You're very astute because I am indeed using an extra ace here. And then some people are like, whoa, you are probably cheating as well because you probably have an extra card. I'm like, yeah, I have an extra ace actually here. And then of course, some people think that I have a secret assistant. And of course the assistant is going to be the Ace of Diamonds. But actually the people who are really paying attention, they know that I'm using marked cards because actually these cards are not marked because this one is the marked card. And there we have it. And that, my friends, is Bullet Party. Mike 2600. You can search up Bullet Party and you'll see it's a ban-in trick. So anyway, inside baseball talk if anybody cares. Also, Chan, if you're listening, it's a ban-in trick. So there you go. All right. Woo! Always love adding more JB to my repertoire. Oh yeah, that's right. Delicious. Thanks for the heat map, whoever gave me the heat map. All right. So yeah, the reason why I had to use bicycles for that is that I don't have a Twitch deck with different colored backs, so that is a problem. Okay, that was that. All right, the queue is open. If anybody would like to request anything, feel free. If you don't know what to request, you can type in !random and I'll put a random one in there. In the interim, I'm now going to tell the story of why I have 5 guitars. So we have to jump back like 15 years ago when I first get interested in guitar because I'm like, hey, getting into guitar seems cool. So I purchased an acoustic guitar and I'm like, wait, you already did a snap change twice? What do you mean? Snap change? I mean, I did snap change twice today, but I didn't do the snap change transpo. So, I mean, separate trick. But also one of them was during a hype train. So I'm like, So anyway, 15 years ago, I get interested in guitar, so I purchase one acoustic. To this very day, I still have that acoustic. Okay, and I start playing it, and I kind of get into guitar for like, I don't know, 8 months or something. And I'm like, oh, okay, this seems cool. I'm gonna be into guitar for a long time. So I get a second guitar. So I get a electric guitar. So now I have my first acoustic, and I have my first electric. Then my one of my friends apparently didn't need a guitar anymore, and it was an exact copy basically of my acoustic, except just like a different color. And so they're like, "Here, I don't need this. Here, I know you'll give it a good home." And I'm like, "Okay, cool." So I take it, and I'm like, "I don't really need this many guitars." So at this point, I have two acoustics, one electric, and then I find out that at the time she was just like my girlfriend's sister, but now she's my sister-in-law because I ended up marrying my girlfriend. And so I loan the guitar out to her. I completely forget that I loaned this guitar out to her. But then I have an extremely long hiatus. Oh, sorry. It wasn't 15 years ago that I was doing all of this. It's just when I first got my guitar, and then I had maybe a 3 year hiatus, and then I got back into guitar when I started dating my girlfriend at the time, and then I lived with my girlfriend. Anyway. Alchemutations. I don't need this many guitars. Yes, I mean that's what you say, right? But then if you get super into something, anyway. So I have three guitars, but I loaned one out. I completely forgot I loaned one out, and then like I stopped doing anything guitar related for like a decade, basically. So, um, and then I moved to this house. The guitars are sitting downstairs in the basement. I do some cleaning. I don't know, maybe in like 2020, probably. That makes sense because of the pandemic and stuff. And then I'm like, so just having the guitars out in the open really helped me like want to pick up guitar again. So I'm just kind of casually fiddling with guitar now. And then in 2021, Black Friday happens, and then I see a bass guitar on sale, and I'm like, maybe I could get into bass. This is also when like Davey504 gets super big on YouTube, and I'm like, okay, so I buy a bass guitar. Um, so now I have four guitars. Bass is so much freaking fun. Alchemmutation, I had a question for you, and then I was like, I should probably ask Craig. He'll know. And then I did my own research and I answered my own question. I'm like, oh, okay, all right. So, Ricky Charms, welcome in. Hey, what's up? Okay, yeah. So now I have four guitars, and then but I forgot that I had one. Then my dad comes to visit, and he had his old classical acoustic guitar that he was learning on a long time ago, and he didn't do much with it after like a couple years, I assume. And he wasn't still playing it, so he was like, "Do you want the guitar? I'll give you the guitar." I'm like, "Okay, I'll take the guitar." So now I had five guitars, but I had four in my possession, and I forgot about one. Then this past Christmas, my sister-in-law gives the guitar back and is like, "Oh, hey, here's that guitar that you loaned out to me over a decade ago." I'm like, "Oh, okay, here it is." So now I have five guitars in my house. And just like last year, probably around the summer, I was starting to get really back into guitar, and so now I'm really back into guitar. So I'm like practicing the same like three songs over and over again. And they're not even like the full versions; they're like easier arrangements of these three songs. But it's like finger picking style, and I've tuned them all. They're all tuned. I am basically more doing guitar than bass, but I understand that the bass is just a Freebird. No, I can't play Freebird. I'm sorry. Yeah, five is bare minimum necessity, says Alchemmutation. And so I posted on Facebook to say, hey, does anybody want a guitar? I'm not really looking to like sell one for money. I'm basically just looking to give one of the two acoustics that are like almost identical a good home. And so we have interest. So one of my wife's family friends, I mean, they're kind of like a family friend for me too. Their like teenage son might be interested. So we will If he is, honestly, I'd give him a choice of the two, because honestly, it doesn't really matter that much. One of them looks cooler. The other one is probably easier on the fingers, but I don't know. So whatever. Well, good thing you're into guitar. Yeah. So for the first time, even like compared to like way back in the day, I have calluses building up on my fingertips right now, and so that never happened before. So I'm like, all right, I'm obviously doing something correctly now this time. All right. Okay. So let's see here. Keep at it, says Alchemmutation. Thank you kindly. All right, we have a request for snap change transpo from Mike2600. So look, if I have checking the gaff meters 4 of spades and the jack of hearts, if I go ahead and I place the jack of hearts down here, if I hold checking the gaff meter up here, I guess that sounds really weird, so maybe I shouldn't say it that way. But look, all we have to do is 1, 2. No, I've revealed the secrets of magic. Okay. All right, start over. Here we go. For some reason, I nail it twice, and then now it's like when I go to do the trick, it is horrible. All right. Alchemmutation says, hit me up for pointers. All right. Thanks, Alchemmutation. Greatly appreciate it. All right. Okay, here we go. Well, you guys won't be... so here we go. Same setup. Checking the gaff meter, 4 of spades, jack of hearts. I'm going to go ahead and place the jack of hearts here on the table. And then here we have the signed checking the gaff meter. I mean, it's no surprise to anybody on stream. I'm totally going to edit this before YouTube. But, okay, here we go. Okay, that's still not good. But, anyway, not as horrible as before. Okay, we're going to start this one over. You know what? This is going to be a boss trick. Okay. We're going to get this right, guys. We're going to get this right. To be fair, I've messed this trick up on stream like probably 8 times. So it's okay. This one I can give away. Oh yeah. I should probably keep the mulligan count. Walsh Magician, welcome in, Walsh Magician. You came in at the worst time. I literally nail an entire hype train of tricks, and then a brand new one that I've never done on stream before, and then just doing the snap change, I fail at this one. So, and yet I did it perfectly. You know what? Hold on. I'm just gonna add some more grip to my fingers. That's got to be it. That's got to be it. And it all goes to pot. Exactly. You know what? When a magician comes in, and then it's like, hey, I want to see what this guy's doing. And then he sees me mess up. It's like, this is not the best look for me. You got this, champ. All right. That's okay. Anyway, this is going to be a boss trick for next time. Hey, guys, look. We have checking the gaff meters, 4 of spades, and then the jack of hearts. Now, look. If I go ahead and I place the jack of hearts here down on the table, and I hold checking the gaff meter up here. I know that's a super funny thing to say, because I don't really know checking the gaff meter that well. But look, if I just go ahead and okay, that looks way better. Okay, but now look, here. You're probably wondering where checking the gaff meter went. There. Ta-da! Okay. Woo! Alright, so that's what it's supposed to look like. Alright. Checking the gaff meter says hold me. Okay. Alright, checking the gaff meter. We'll hold you. Wow! Okay. So we're gonna hold you, okay? Checking the gaff meter. Yeah, so I don't know, where'd you go? Are you over here? Alright, here, we're just gonna go ahead and that's not you. That's you. Here, you can go into the deck. But no, you like to be on top, right? I don't. By the way, I'm just making a false claim. I don't know if checking gaff meter likes to be on top, but look, checking the gaff meter is on top. So look, we can go ahead and make sure. Okay, what? Look, I'm gonna just place. And now here's the thing. We're just checking the gaff meter. Do you like to be on top? You don't have to answer that, by the way. Checking the gaff, you're on top. There you go. Okay. Woo! Gibson Lens is spraying me. Should I have like a naughty? I signed Nam's waiver. It's all good. Thank you kindly for the for the verification. Okay, all right. So let me clear that, and then if anybody wants to request anything, the queue is open. Here's if anybody would like to request anything. By the way, if anybody is not following our friend Walsh Magic, please give our friend Walsh Magic, a real magician, a follow. Walsh Magician. Sorry. But anyway, welcome in. How's it going? Oh, too kind. So I've seen Walsh Magician do some magic on stream. I usually see him playing video games, so. And then I've also seen Walsh Magician doing music, so listening to music and sharing the music. Do you perform music? I'm just wondering. I don't think I've seen you perform music. That's Fortnite channel, but sometimes magic. Yeah. Got it. Cool. All right. Okay. In the interim, let's go ahead and put a random request in there. No, sorry, I listened to YouTube. Ah, yes. Okay. All right. Okay, let's go ahead and, you know what, I can do the setup for this on camera. There's nothing weird about this one. We need to find 3 aces. Here we go. Sorry, 4 aces. So here we have our 4 aces from the Twitch deck. First time I've seen you live. Actually, Walsh Magician, aren't you in the UK? Is it like a really weird hour for you? Thank you, Kylie, for the applause. Is it like 4 or 5 in the morning for you? I'm just, thanks for being on. London 4 a.m. That's jeez. Oh well, thanks for hopping on at such a late/early hour. Okay, we're gonna need 3 cards selected. So if anybody would like to select a card. It doesn't really matter that I know what they are, but if you are on desktop, feel free to click directly on the screen. It will place a heat map directly on that card. We'll need 3, and if we don't get them, if somebody wants to pick a card but is not on desktop, you can give me a number. We'll count from the top down. So I see 1 heat map right now. It is this one right here. So that's the first one. Okay, all right. We have a... Do we have a second selection? Magic Hideout here. Okay, we have a second one right here. Okay. All right, and now we'll need a third one. So feel free to select. If you want me to spread, I guess, some of these ones a little bit further, we can do that. Okay, sorry. I see. You know what? We're just going to assume it was that one. It doesn't really matter, and honestly... We're all going to look at them anyway, including me, so that's fine. Okay, all right. So, if anybody wants to type these in chat, just so we all remember, that's fine. We have the Queen of Clubs, signed by Chan the Magic Man, also in chat right now. Also one of the other magicians on Twitch. 4 of Diamonds, not currently signed by anybody. But anyway, if anybody would like to sign it, you're welcome to. Sign card, just for some support or channel point or something. And then the 8 of Spades. So, all right, we're going to go ahead and place these 3 into some different parts on the deck. So, Chan the Magic Man, you're going to go here. And then we're going to say 4 of Diamonds, you're going to go here. And then we're going to say the 8 of Spades, you're going to go like here. And then what we're going to do is sometimes magicians will do a ton of super fancy schmancy cuts, and then you can kind of imagine that they all magically appear somewhere. But we're going to have our aces hunt for them. So if you want to think of the aces as bounty hunters, we're going to have them be bounty hunters. They're going to try and hunt down our 3 cards. And actually, one of them is a magician. So maybe, Chan, are you wanted? Are you wanted by by the aces for some reason? Is that why? So, okay. So here's what we're going to do. So the first ace, in this case, Charlie's Beats, also in chat right now, is going to be jumping into the and trying to search for all of the wanted cards. So here. And now you'll notice that that ace has disappeared. Now, here's the next one. Gibson Lens, our mod here. So if you guys want to check Gibson Lens finding our card, he's going to go ahead and run in the deck. Wonderful mod. Does all the dirty magic work. But if we take a look, and now we have the Ace of Clubs, currently not signed by anybody. And then we have the Ace of Diamonds, the Rusty Panda, our other mod, currently not in chat. But the Rusty Panda is going to go ahead and coordinate with everybody else and be like, hey, go ahead and find everybody. And so some people now think that, maybe they're hiding on the top, but they're not. And some people think that they're maybe hiding on the bottom. They're not. They're running through the deck right now. And they're going to search and search and search until they find. Actually, in the interim, let me go ahead and eat these heat maps here. Delicious. But now we spread. Oh my god, look at all those Ace of Diamonds. By the way, if anybody is not following our friend InfoXZar, also known as Jack, please give Jack a follow, because Jack, we consider him the godfather of Magic Twitch. So you'll see that the 4 aces are face up in the middle of the deck, and there's conspicuously 3 cards face down in between them. What were they? Did anybody remember? I think we had a 4 of Diamonds, we had Chan the Magic Man, Queen of Clubs, and then we had the 8 or 9 of Spades, right? Because look, we have 8 of Spades, the 4 of Diamonds, and Queen of Clubs, signed by Chan the Magic Man. And that, my friends, is Apex Aces. Mark Rides, welcome in. How's it going? Will the magicians escape the bounty hunters? Look, some... Thank you kind of for the mind blown, Walsh Magician. Even though I'm sure you absolutely know how that is done. And/or probably know other variants of collectors. But, yeah. Mulligan, Chan should have escaped? What? Look, when Chan does the trick on his channel, he can tell the story a different way, and then he can escape. But here on my channel, the bounty hunters are like my mods and Charlie's Beats. Nothing gets past them. Love to see my guys out here performing. Oh man, thank you so much, Walsh Magician. So Chan, if you end up doing that, clip it. Alright. Okay, alright. For anybody who hopped in late, I was trying to determine a new position for this. For anybody who missed it, this is a gift from my best friend. And, yeah, so I have a really cool, nifty thing to show off on screen. Been lurking on YouTube, Chan, says Walsh Magician. Awesome. Yeah, there are not that many magicians on Twitch, so let's support them all. Let's support them all. So surprisingly, we have a lot of magicians in Twitch. In chat right now. So if you consider me in chat, I'm in chat. Chan the Magic Man, Walsh Magician, Mike 2600. So, yeah, it's a bunch. Flashy, flashy. All right. Okay. Wait, did somebody want to see the snap change again? Because it's pretty. Obviously, it's pretty horrible today. So I have not been doing it very well. But let's try again. Okay. Look, we have the King of Spades. Oh yeah. Let me know how this is on screen because it's like you can kind of see through it. But anyway, King of Spades, Four of Hearts. If I place the Four of Hearts here, and I just hold the King of Spades up here. But what I'm going to do is. There we go. That looked okay, I think. But look, it actually, there you go. Ta-da. That look okay? That looked okay, right? It even has a K, 2 E's, and 3 N's. Check the gaff meter. That is exactly how I introduce myself when raiders come in. Yes. Let's see. Ever tried the 3 of clubs split to ace and 2? Oh, yes. Let me. It can't be worse than mine. I actually have ripped a card. Mark Rides, you ripped a card trying to do the snap change? Is that? Oh yeah. So everybody, Mark Rides, I think is starting to fiddle with some magic. I think is that true? Okay. I don't know how well this is gonna look, but we will try it. This is unpracticed, so here we go. Alright, here, look, we have a 3 of clubs, but actually what I want to do with this 3 of clubs is, I want to rip a pip off of it. Like this. I think that looks slow, but otherwise, okay. Rip the pip! Says Mike 2600. Let's go. Alright, so honest question, does it look like this gets in the way? Let me, here, let me attempt to do a trick while this is present. And you guys can tell me if it's bothersome or not. Bring it closer. Like there. I feel like it is a little bothersome. I use the force. Closer to the camera or closer to me? I don't know if bringing it closer to me would make sense. Yesterday, yeah, this is a little inconvenient going this way. Better. Yeah, so anyway, I was just hiding it over here. You know, I kind of maybe like the clean look. No, do not do that. You mean don't put it right here checking the gaff meter? Don't label and indicate that I am a crazy Asian? Is that... And then also have it obstruct my arms, and so I have to, like, hug crazy Asian to do a trick. That's... Closer to you was better? Oh, okay. Alright. Yeah, so I guess having it be in the way is not conducive. Alright, but actually, so now the challenge has presented itself. Let me try and do the trick, but with this directly in front of me. Okay, so total obstruct. Okay, hold on. Actually, yeah. Okay. Oil and water. Okay, let me stick oil and water in there. Closer to you, but off to the side. Oh yeah, I could totally put it off to the side. Does that work? All right. Anyway, the challenge in my mind, this is the challenge. So if I could do it like this, this is the most advertising I think we'll ever do. I'm probably never gonna do this again. But okay, make it comfortable for you. Oh yeah, I know. No, this is the challenge now. This is the challenge. All right, so here we have we have red face cards and black spot cards, and you guys would never at a glance mix up red face cards with black spot cards, right? Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and leave the red face cards face down over here, And I'm going to go ahead and take all the black spot cards over here in my hand. So what we're going to do is we're going to intermix them. And when we intermix them, they're going to behave. I'm going to simulate oil and water. So red, black. Actually, no. Black, red. Sorry. All right. Black, red. Black, red, black, red. We'll give it a second. If I give you a glance at the bottom. Meow2! Welcome in! Alright, hold on, my hands are up here. I'm not doing anything yet. I'm gonna wait for all the emotes. Hello, welcome in, everybody. You know what? Now that I know that there's a bunch of people here, I'm probably not gonna do the weird challenge. Let me just hop back up here, say hi. If we can get a shout out for our friend Meow2, Vincent. Meow2, how was the stream? What were you up to? I imagine you were doing music, so. But anyway, welcome in, everybody. If you don't know who I am, hi, my name is Nam, also known as Crazy Asian on Twitch, spelled with a K, 2 E's, and 3 N's. But, yep, the music says Meow. Alright, hopefully you had a great stream. Did you have a good stream? And anyway, I like to do sleight of hand card magic, and that's what we're here for today. We're doing Sleight of Hand Sunday, so here we are. I was in the middle of doing oil and water. I'm just barely getting started, but I was going to do a weird challenge, and you know what? I'm going to abandon the challenge. But anyway, I could do that, but I would like to do something for the Raiders. Meow2, is there anything you would like to request from the trick list? And if not, I can do something for you. So, but anyway, and if anybody didn't know, I use StreamerSonglist filled with tricks. There's no songs there. They're literally all tricks. So, but anyway, let me know if there's anything you would like to see, or otherwise I can just proceed with this, and then, you know, we can do it next. Anyway, I see a lot of familiar faces and friends in chat, so welcome in. Obviously Vincent, Meow2. Welcome in Saki. Welcome in Gutson the Beautiful. Welcome in Callie. Oh no, sorry, Kai36. Welcome in E-Room. How's it going, E-Room? Welcome in Conito. Welcome in Sunshine S Games. How are you guys doing? Welcome in. Cups and balls. My apologies. A large majority of my trick list is card tricks, and I have like one coin trick. So let me know if you want to see the coin trick or whatnot. But no, I don't have any cups and balls. So I'm mostly sleight of hand cards and a little bit of coin. Okay. All right. Let's not leave anybody waiting. Okay, so we were in the middle of this trick. So look, I have 4 cards here. These are all red face cards, and these are 4 black spot cards. You would never mix them up at a glance, right? These are red face, these are black spot. Okay, I'll pick a card one. Okay, come on, grow a pair. Grow a pair of cups? I mean, that's... Anyway. Alright, we're going to go ahead and leave these right here, and I'm going to go ahead and pick these up. Now, what I want to do is I'm going to show you that these cards, I'm going to simulate intermixing as though they're oil and water, and show you that when you try and combine them, they don't mix, because that's what oil and water does. So black and red. Okay, here we'll do it again. Black and red. Black, red, black, and red. So now if we just give that a second, and we check on the bottom, black cards have sunken down to the bottom, and red cards have floated up to the top. But actually, that's not impressive unless you see all of them, right? So here are all of the red cards floated up to the top, and these are the black cards sunken down to the bottom. I know, that's super weird. I can tell nobody was impressed, because there's like no... Ricky Charms, thank you so much for those emotes. We'll go ahead and do that again. That's okay. That's okay. Hopefully this one will be more impressive. Okay, so look what we have here. 4 red face cards. 4 black spot cards. Oh, you have Revolver by Oz Perlman. I bought that DVD back in the day. Oh, Meow, would you like to see Revolver after this? I can show you Revolver. All right. Oh, okay. Michael Elevator. There we go. So here, maybe last time you thought, hey, I started with a black and black sunk down to the bottom. So maybe that wasn't fair. So maybe this time I will start with a red. Okay, sounds good. All right, so we'll start with red. I'm going to go ahead and take that and place it red, black, red, and black, red, black, red, black. Now we'll give it a second, and we will let the oil and water separate. Some people would say I just manually separated it by moving. And to that I would say, yes, you are correct. That is exactly what I did. But if this was a comedy routine, I could just end it right there, right? And be like, haha, I fooled you. But wouldn't it be more impressive if... So hold on. The black card sunk down to the bottom, right? But we started with a red. So there should be a red card if logically consistent. But if I show you, it's actually black. And wait, if we take a look at the top card, that should be red because red comes up to the top. Okay. But now, what if we take a look at this one? Black, red, black, red, black, and red. And that, my friends, is oil and water. Welcome in, Candace. How's it going? Welcome in, Obi-Wan. How are you guys doing today? A lot of friends in chat today. Thanks for coming in, everybody. Hopefully everybody's had a great weekend, or if it is Monday midday for you, hopefully you're having a great Monday, because I know we have some people internationally watching right now. Oh, we have a heat map. Hold on. Delicious. Okay. All right. Let me get ready to perform this trick for Meow2. Thank you so much for the raid, Meow. Thank you for bringing your community over. So let's see here. We're gonna need some and then we will want some kings. Okay. All right. You know what? I think I'll do this a little bit for fun. Okay. Is it a mini man bun you got going? Oh, yeah. So my hair is just getting long enough where I can put it in a bun. So for anybody who doesn't know, since the pandemic, I've been getting one haircut a year right before pool season. And it is not pool season yet, so it's been growing for a long time. Man, thanks for feeding me, whoever this is. Okay, all right. So let's see. All right, so we have the 4 kings, and then we've got some black spot cards. And what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and place all 4 kings out on the table. Hold on, I may have messed this up. Let me mulligan. We're going to start this over because I'm pretty sure I did mess something up. Yes. There we go. Okay. Mulligan. There we go. Okay. Thanks. All right. So, same setup. We still have 4 kings. Nothing weird about them. 3 spot cards. Nothing weird about them. I guess some of them are signed, but that's only if you think it's super weird. Okay. All right. So, once again, we're going to go ahead and place all 4 kings face down over here. sure everybody can see those. And then we have our black spot cards over here. So, all right. What we are going to do is we are going to go ahead and pretend that these black spot cards are zombies, and each one of these is a king surviving in an apartment building. And so the zombies are going to descend on this first apartment building to try and eat the brains of that king. And but that king is very versatile, and they know how to get on top of the situation. So what's going to happen is they're going to find a way to the top of the apartment building, and they can escape. Next, all of these zombies are going to go ahead and descend on the second apartment building on top of that king. And once again, this king also very, very resourceful and can get on top of the situation to escape from the zombies, because there. Now the zombies get wise, and they're like, hey, maybe descending on the building is not the way. Let's try and surround this third king. And what's going to happen is this king saw it from a mile away, and so they were able to prepare and get themselves out. And then finally, the zombies decide, all right, that didn't work. For some reason, these are thinking zombies. They're not rabid, you know. They're actually thinking zombies. But anyway, so these zombies are going to descend on the final king. And what they didn't realize was that this king lives in an apartment building owned by extremely rich people. And there was a helipad at the top of the building. And this king happened to also be a pilot. And so this pilot king gets in the helicopter, goes and picks up all of the other kings, because all of the kings are now flown to safety, leaving all of the zombies in the dust. And that, my friends, is Mike Elevator themed as Zombie Apocalypse. All right. Meow, once again, thank you so much for the request. Hopefully you enjoyed. Thank you for bringing your community over. And great seeing everybody in chat. How is everybody doing today? Hopefully everybody's doing well. Hopefully you had a great weekend. All right, let's see here. Wow, we got a bunch of people in chat today. Excellent. Chat's like flying by a lot faster than I'm used to seeing. So if I missed something, my apologies. Feel free to, if you wanted me to see a message and I didn't see it, let me know. So let me see here. Hey, it's Al. Is it Al or Ali? How are you? I'm doing pretty well. I'm generally well rested. Compared to most weekends, I'm better rested this weekend. So, Obi-Wan says good. I assume Obi-Wan's doing well. Okay, let's see here. I'm prepping for the next trick, sorry. So the next trick we have is a request from Charlie's Beats. Charlie, thank you so much for the request. Greatly appreciate it. Like, Ali. Oh, okay. Ali. Okay, got it. All right, cool. All right. Okay, all right. So, first things first, we are going to need a card selected. So let me just go ahead and, you know what? Everybody who's clicking on the screen, these are heat maps. I usually have people click directly on the screen to select a card, and then when there's a lot, we'll have people vote for a card. So let's just go ahead and have chat select a card. So let's go ahead. I'm going to spread out like these. So go ahead and click on any one of these, and I'll take the one that has the most votes, and that will be the selection. So if you have a heat map on the screen, you can move it to one of these cards. And let's see. So far, we've got a couple with 1 on them. So we've got this one. We've got we've got these 3. Ugh. Okay. All right. So if we can consolidate. Okay, wait. It looks like this one has 2. Okay, so this one's winning. Anybody want to change their votes? And I guess there's 3 people that want this card. Okay, a ton of people want this card. All right, so we're just gonna go ahead and go with this card. Okay, so hold on. Let me scoop all these up, and we're gonna need to make 4 piles anyway. But this card is actually, we're gonna leave that out. So that's the selection. And I don't need to exactly cut the rest of the deck into equal piles, but they can just be roughly. So here we go. And what we're going to do, actually there's so many heat maps on the screen. Let me let me just clear them for the rest of this trick here. Delicious. Okay, I'm going to turn up these 2 piles, and what we're going to do is something utterly horrible. We are going to shuffle in face up into face down cards. So here we are. Let's go ahead and do that. So here you can actually see that I'm shuffling them in. I'm actually going to push them together. And so now, no, what a mess! Says Mike 2600. Hide thine eyes. Oh yeah, if you have OCD or something, you may want to avert your gaze. Okay, so we'll do that again, and then one more time. Okay. So there we have it. And now I'm going to find you. Oh, crap. This sucks. There's a lot of new people in chat, and I think I messed up this trick. Hold on. Guys, wait. Anytime I mess up a trick, I have an out. And it's because I am not the true magical talent of the stream. The true magical talent of the stream, if anybody has the emotes, feel free to spam it now, is the deck sock. Everybody, let's give the deck sock a round of applause. Charlie's Bees, Ryan Chan, Mark Rise, everybody's got the... Yeah, there we go. So the deck sock gets me out of trouble. All right, deck sock. Thank you, Kelly, for the. I assume that that applause was for the deck sock. So yes. All right. So deck sock, tell me how we're going to fix this trick. All right. The deck sock and I have a telepathic link, and it is now telling me that I am going to. Okay. So wait, I never showed you guys this, right? So you know what? The deck sock tells me that we're going to have you guys tell me what this card is. Yeah, there we go. So, all right, what do I do now, deck sock? All right. Deck sock says spread it. Oh, wait. He means spread the deck. I don't know what you guys are thinking. Spread the deck. Okay, here we go. Ready? Okay, there are some cards face up, but there's not as many as I would have expected. So, let's see, we have an ace of diamonds, a 2 of diamonds, a 3 of diamonds, a 4 of diamonds, got some more, a 5 of diamonds, a 6 of diamonds, a 7 of diamonds. I'm seeing a pattern. You guys seeing a pattern? 8 of diamonds. Hold on. Hold your horses. A 9 of diamonds. A 10 of diamonds. A jack of diamonds. A queen of diamonds. And that is it. Okay, guys. Based on this, the deck sock tells me that you guys should be able to tell me what that card is. They are all in order! I know! It's so weird! How? Obi-Wan says, what? Auto-ordering deck? I know, that's super strange. Are we missing something? Are we missing something? E-Room says 3 of clubs. Let's see. Oh, Obi-Wan says 8 of spades before anything was revealed. King of Discman. King of Hearts. King of Diamonds. All right, we've got so many awesome choices. I think I would really like to see the King of Dismond. That would be awesome. But that could be the King of Hearts too, right? Maybe. But okay. No. All right. King of Diamonds says Mark Rides. Mark Rides, I believe you are correct. King of Diamonds. That, my friend, is how you play it straight. Very long straight. 13 cards straight. Dismons are a girl's best friend. Yes. Are Dismons related to demons? Because that would be super hilarious. It's like, who are you? Oh, I'm the Disman of Greed. You mean Demon of Greed? No. Disman of Greed. Thank you kindly for the claps and the emotes. E-Room, Conito, Hey It's Ollie, Obi-Wan, Chan the Magic Man, Check the Gaff Meter, Charlie's Beats, Candace, thank you. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. And also, if anybody was not introduced to the deck sock, that is our dear friend the deck sock, the true magical talent of the stream. If you guys know Penn and Teller, I'm like Penn. I do all the talking, and then this is Teller. So there we go. All right, gotta run. Good night, everyone. Thanks for the magic, says Candace. All right, Candace, have a great night. Take care. Sleep well, and we'll see you around. Okay. All right, next up we have a trick requested from Chan the Magic Man, which, by the way, if anybody is not following our friend Chan the Magic Man, you want to see more magic on Twitch, there's not many of us. There's like 4 of us that have a regular schedule, and then a few others that we have done magic. But a bunch of them are in chat, so if you're not following Chan the Magic Man, does Magic Mondays. If you're not following Mike2600, DJ, but also has been known to do Slight Nights. And then Walsh Magician, UK Magician, usually plays Fortnite, but occasionally does Magic. So, okay. And then a lot of you probably already know about Jack InfoXR, but if you are not following InfoXR, give Jack a follow, because we consider him the godfather of Magic Twitch. So, and then also the other magician that has streamed that had a Magic schedule pretty regular as well is Hallowthorn. So there we go. All right, shout it out. I just shouted out all of the Twitch magicians that we know. So okay, all right. Whew. the Godfather, lol. Yeah, if you guys want to follow him, Jack has 3 Magic streams a week, so I only do 1. Okay, all right. Next up, we have a request from Chan the Magic Man. Thank you so much for the request, Chan. All right, so we have 4 queens over here, and we have the 4 aces over here. Now, what I want to do with these is, first, let me go ahead and grab the ace of spades. We're going to leave that separate because normally a lot of these tricks, which if you're not familiar, there's a lot of plots in Magic. Some of them will repeat. This one is called an ace assembly. So we're going to try and get all the aces to magically combine together at the end. And so we're going to start off like this, and we're going to go ahead and place just a random queen down here by this ace. And you'll see that these are all queens. But what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and scoop up this ace right here. And what we will do is bring out our friend the deck sock. And the deck sock will magically transfer that ace over here and put that queen back in that pile. Because now if we take a look, we have 4 queens and that ace has jumped down here. Here, we'll do it again if you missed it. We're going to go ahead and place a queen down there. And we're going to grab this ace and place it amongst these cards. But once again, our deck sock friend will touch this, touch that, and it's made a swap. Because if I show you now, we have 4 queens, and that ace has hopped down here. Once again, let's go ahead and place just some queen down here. And we're going to take this ace and scoop it up and have our deck sock do the grand finale. Touch and touch. It's not every day you feel comfortable touching a sock. But now if you take a look, we have Queen of Diamonds, Queen of Hearts, Queen of Spades, Queen of Clubs over here. And you already knew that these 3 aces are down here. The Ace of Spades, Ace of Diamonds, Ace of Clubs, and of course, Ace of Hearts. And that, my friends, jazz hands. Sorry, jazz aces, but jazz hands. Alright. Thank you kindly for the emotes and the claps. Hey, it's Ali, Chan the Magic Man, E-Room, the Raj Mahal. Welcome in. How's it going, Raj Mahal? Charlie's Beats. How's everybody doing tonight? Alright. For everybody who just hopped in, I was showing this off earlier on stream, so we'll bring it back out again. There we have it. So, yeah, my best friend got me this for stream, so there we have it. Super cool. It's super cool. I can change its colors too. Let's see, what color do we want? Red? It doesn't show up that well on screen, but trust me, the color changes. It's actually very prominent. Hey, it's Ali says, so cool! I know, right? The Raj Mahal says, tornadoes and snow all in 2 days here in Michigan. Oh, my sympathies, Raj Mahal. Actually, that's funny. There was somebody else in chat who was from Michigan earlier. I only know this, but maybe I don't want to dox. But so, yeah. It's blue, this one. Yeah. Okay, cool. Alright, we have another trick requested by put your hand back and made your hand red. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, so it's probably much clearer of what color it is. So green. That's a dark blue. Here's like that kind of looks purple, but here's a magenta. There's like a brighter magenta. That one's like pink. Like teal. No, this one's teal. This one's like a light blue. And then Sunny and 50F in Indianapolis, says E-Room. Oh, oops, 70F. Okay. 50F and 70F are pretty different. All right, cool. All right. So, anyway. All right, I'm going to hop back up to this view just for a minute to set up for the next trick. Let's see here. I may do this trick the original way. I know that lately we've been theming this one as like a Fantastic Four, but we'll save that for another time. Cause we can do this. We can do this the funny way. We can do this the hard way or the funny way. All right. So let's see here. Okay. Okay. There we have it. All right. Was part of your master plan getting your supporters to request maximum penetration in chat? I mean, that was not part of my plan. By the way, for anybody who doesn't know, maximum penetration is the name of a trick. So And this is the name of a card trick, right? Just to specify. Yeah, I was wondering about that trick, says the Raj Mahal. Yes. So, yeah, no, I Gibson lets our mod with the spray. Bad. Bad nom. Bad crazy Asian. Okay, all right. So anyway, it's yeah, when it goes by in chat, it's kind of shocking, says checking the gaff meter. I'm not gonna lie. The only anecdote that I have about the maximum penetration card trick. So I put up. Oh, by the way, this is a great time to shout myself out. But if anybody wants to see my magic tricks that I put up on YouTube, I put up a new magic trick every week, and then I put all of my VODs after they fall for attention on my YouTube. But when I put maximum penetration up on my YouTube, I normally get like maybe 30 or so views by the end of the week. Maximum penetration had like less than 20. And I'm like, I bet you it did not serve up the video because I put the title maximum penetration in the title of the video, and it probably doesn't like that as like a search engine optimization thing. So anyway, that's my anecdote about maximum penetration card trick video. I have to specify just so that, don't cancel me. All right, here we go. I mean, you know, if Kick buys OF, could be some neat tricks. JK, man. If Kick buys OnlyFans, that would be weird. Anyway, whatever. Look, I'm here on Twitch and I'm on YouTube. Like, that's enough. I can't deal with having to do any more things. Very weird. All right. So here we have a handful of cards. So we have a Joker, and then we have another Joker. Okay, and then we have the Ace of Hearts, the Two of Hearts, the Three of Hearts. Oh, also we have the card box, because we're going to end up using the card box for this trick. But I just want you to know that the card box is currently empty. There's nothing in my box at the moment. Okay, first things first, we're going to go ahead and use the Ace. And those who know how to Google Analytics will understand. That's right, Obi-Wan, that's right. So here, if I go ahead and I place the Ace in between the two Jokers, what we're going to be able to see is that the Joker will be able to, the Ace will be able to penetrate through the two Jokers. Because if I just, here we go, 1, 2, 3. Hold on, failure to launch. 1, 2, 3. There we go. So that Ace has now penetrated through these two Jokers. I know if you missed that, let's go ahead and do that again. So we've got the 3, we've got the 2, and what we're going to do is put the 2 in between the two Jokers. We'll leave the 3 out over there. And you can clearly see that the 2 is in between the two Jokers. But what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and have the 2 just penetrate through. Hold on. Failure to launch. Second time. We're going to have the 2 penetrate through the two Jokers. I know, that's super weird. Shouldn't happen. It's kind of bizarre. That's okay. Now look, if we have the 3 here. Actually, so this is where I needed to show you that the box was empty, just to dispel any sort of suspicious thing. I'm going to go ahead and stick the 3 into the box like this. Okay, and then what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how the 3 can penetrate through the box. Because look, 1, 2, 3. That 3 has penetrated through the box. Now, importantly, those two Jokers that you saw, this is going to penetrate your mind, because look, those two Jokers are going to meld together, and they're going to become one card. Actually, that one card isn't a Joker. It's actually it's actually the 4 of Hearts. I know, super weird. And I know what everybody's thinking. Everybody's like, oh, we saw you put a card in the box. That's probably where the Joker is. And this is where it's going to penetrate reality because, you know, as everybody knows, there is really a card in the box because you saw me put one in there. But this is where it's going to penetrate reality because it's not a joker. It's actually the 5 of hearts. And that, my friends, is maximum penetration. The card trick! The card trick! Alright. Alright, thank you for all the emotes during that one, everybody. Thank you for the emotes and the claps. Hey, it's Ali, checking the gaff meter, chanting the magic man. The Raj Mahal says, no way, no. Nani? No, Raj Mahal didn't actually say Nani, but I was just throwing that in. Checking the gaff meter says, chaos. Thank you kindly for the claps. Chanting the magic man, Charlie's beats. Checking the gaff meter, Raj Mahal. Chanting the magic man says, Chan, if you ever do the with like a lot of sass, I want to see that. So make sure that gets clipped. Actually, all of Chan's mods, make sure that you guys know. If you ever see Chan do the with some sass, clip it. It'll be an amazing clip. Thank you for the claps. Conito, checking the gaff meter. Obi-Wan, E-Room, Seeker of Weird, welcome in, Seeker of Weird. How's it going? And Chen the Magic Man. Okay, alright, awesome. Seeker of Weird, welcome in. How's it going? I was kind of secretly lurking in your stream, the second one yesterday, when you were talking about, hey, you wanted to just randomly hang out with people and do some stuff. So, but I wasn't there for too long. But I was like, oh, okay, all right. So anyway, I'll probably fall asleep, but I'm here for magic. Awesome. Guys, if you guys are not following our friend Seeker of Weird, please give Seeker of Weird a follow. Seeker of Weird is an artist. Also, Seeker of Weird, actually, if you have a sub badge next to your name, that is the work of Seeker of Weird. Which actually, Seeker of Weird, I gave you the artist badge because you're an artist here. So thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, awesome, cool. So that was, everybody, that was maximum penetration. The card trick, the card trick. I always feel like I have to like preface or like disclaim when I say the title of this trick. But anyway, I love it because I think it's hilarious. It would have been more awesome if I knew this trick for my 69th stream. So we're gonna have to wait until we get around to like 169, and then we'll make a big deal. Yeah. I'm an artist. Yes, Seeker of Weird, you're an artist. Lol, says the Raj Mahal. Okay, all right. So we have a request from Mark Rides for the Invisible deck. All right, Mark Rides. So for those of you who have not seen the Invisible deck, there's a handful of tricks I'm willing to do more than once on stream. This is one of the ones I'm willing to just do once per stream. So how about the 69th day of the year? It's next week. Oh! All right, Gibson Lens. I will have to consider it. Let me do some math and see if it works out. But it's worth considering. So we'll thanks for letting me know. Really? Really? Yes. Really. Okay. I mean, that conceptually makes sense, right? Because if the first month is 31 days, the second month is 20. Well, it was 29 days this year. So we got a happy leap day, everybody, for anybody who experienced it, and which should be everybody. But so that would make us 60. So then 9 days. So 1, 2, 3. So it's 6 days from now. So it should be like the end of the week. Is it the 9th? That makes sense, right? See, yeah, March 9th. Okay, that would make sense, math-wise. Okay, where was I? Oh, yeah. So, okay, I have a deck right here, and this is what we're going to do. Mark Rides, I'm going to send you this deck through the internet pipes, and you won't be able to see it because it's going to be invisible, but let me know that you receive it, and then once you do, there we go. It's going to go through the internet pipes. Did anyone not have a leap year? I mean, I don't know. Look. The world is weird, right? No. Everybody on Earth should have had a leap year. Anyway, once you receive the deck, Mark Rides, go ahead and take all the cards out of the invisible deck, spread out all the cards. Once you find one you like, remember it, take it out, turn it facing in the opposite direction, put it back in the pack, close up the spread, put those cards back in the box, close up the box, and then send it back through the internet pipes to me. Can I make it visible once I have to so you'd see the cards? I mean, yes, if you have the capability to do that, which I know you're fiddling with some magic stuff, Mark Ride, so feel free. But make it invisible when you put it back into the box and then send it back. So anyway, this is also a good time. If anybody's been sitting around for a while and you have not hydrated, feel free to hydrate. Tonight I'm having some herbal sleepy time mint tea. But you're probably wondering why I'm hyped, because we started the stream with a hype train, and then we got a raid, and so I'm hyped now. All right, Mark Rides, do you have your card? Do you have the deck? Let me know. Okay, I'll wait. I'm going to wait in diaper position. You want it face up, the one card all the same. Yeah, all the cards facing the same way except for the one card that you selected. That one's facing in the opposite direction. Okay, all right, I'm ready. My body is ready. My internet pipes are ready. All right, Mark Rides, let me know. Send it back. Okay, here we go. Ah, okay, there we go. All right, at this point, I'm not going to break away on the screen. I'm not going to change scenes or anything. You will see this deck the entire time. Okay, Mark Rides, go ahead and tell me and chat what that card that you turned around was. It is okay to tell. It's coming through the Inter 9 of Diamonds. Okay. All right, there it is. So, 9 of Diamonds. Now, would it not freak you guys out if I pulled out the deck and there was one card facing in the opposite direction? The 9 of Diamonds. Because, wait, Mark Rides. I was wrong. You were wrong? Okay, all right. Hold on. What card was it? Ace of Hearts! That's drastically different than the 9 of Diamonds. Okay. So, we have the Ace of Hearts. All right, Mark Rides. You actually turned over the Ace of Hearts, right? Just want to double check. Just want to be sure. I don't want you to go to bed tonight being like, what if I had actually chosen the other card? Yes, Ace of Hearts. Okay. Ace of Hearts. Okay. Okay. All right. So, I'm going to go ahead and open the pack. Okay. All right. Now if I go through, and you guys will see that there's one card facing in the opposite direction. Okay. One card. Are you ready? Ace of Hearts. It's the only card facing the other direction. That, my friends, is the Invisible Deck. Thank you so much for the request, Mark Rides. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Mark Wright says, amazing! So I think we once had some people in chat who were like, what if we choose a different card? And you know, I said I would only do this once per stream, but like, you could choose a different card every time. And eventually, maybe you might learn the secret. Or maybe not. Or maybe you really can just choose every card. Yeah, full disclosure. I don't set anything up with anybody. Even though I did say earlier that Mark Rides is starting to fiddle in Magic, but that'll be a mystery. Thank you kindly for the claps. Chan the Magic Man, Charlie's Beats, The Raj Mahal, E-Room. Okay, let's see. Next up we have... There was no setup. Yes, there was no setup. You too can learn the invisible deck. So what a lot of people don't realize is that a lot of magic tricks, if you want to know what they are, if you can't find something for free to tell you, you can literally buy the magic trick. So there's a lot of magic stores, and that's how a lot of magicians will get their new tricks. Like it's like any other thing. So you can get the latest new magic products or books or So a lot of nowadays there's like a lot of downloads. So it's like if it's just a trick where they're teaching you knowledge, then you'll get like a download, maybe a PDF or something. But if you're buying like a thing, they'll have to ship it to you still. But there's some really nifty magical things, by the way. So if anybody's interested in getting into magic, like to perform, let me know. Because we're always looking for more magicians. There's actually not as many magicians as you would think. Cool thing is, like, I went to a magic convention for the first time last year, and there were literally like famous magicians. Now, they're not like magicians that most people would know unless you're into magic, but like, I could literally just approach them because they were like, 8 feet away from me, sitting at the next table. And I'm like, wow, that's so cool. Like, to me, they're magician celebrities. So, yeah, performing it again would be a way to prove we weren't colluding. If anyone had doubts, they can choose a card. Yeah, no, it's okay. This is my way of telling them if they want to choose a card, come back next time, and then they can request it next stream. So I normally perform on Sunday nights. So Sleight of Hand Sunday. All right. Let's see. Next up we have Overture. All right. Let's go ahead and set up for that. I can set up on camera. There's nothing weird about that. I like the sound of. You know what? Charlie's Beats requested this, so let's use the black aces because Charlie assigned the ace of spades. And then, you know what? We're not going to mix them up with the red jacks. So, all right. So we have 4 cards here, and what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and turn the 2 black aces face down. And I'm going to place the 2 red jacks face up in between. So that's the state of how everything is right now. If I was to just simply reverse count them, the state doesn't change from the perspective of the red jacks are still face up in between the 2 face down black aces. But if I go ahead and show you that all I have to do is do one magical shake. This magical shake actually changes everything because if I show you now, the 2 black aces are now face up in between the 2 face down red jacks. I know, that's super weird, right? That should not happen. That's a little bit weird. Once again, if I reverse count it and nothing, same situation. But if I reverse count and I hold the packet and give it a shake, this shake changes everything because here we are. It's now switched. And that, my friends, is Overture. We did that a couple of times, so there you go. Overture is a really short trick. That's actually one of the tricks that I would show new people sometimes when I'm just meeting somebody and was like, hey, you want to see a magic trick? So it's short and quick. Thank you kindly for the claps. Chandler Magic Man, Charlie's Beats, E-Room, Conito. And then next we have a request from Mark Rides for a trick that I feel like I can call my own. It is the Fantastic Four card trick. So for anybody who's a fan of the Marvel Fantastic Four, this trick is for you. So in Magic, in card Magic, there are some other tricks. Sometimes they're called the Fantastic Four, Fantastic Five, Fabulous Four, Fabulous Five, and I'm like, that's not the real Fantastic Four, because like they're all the aces and they do the exact same thing. So in my mind, when somebody says Fantastic Four to me, it's like, you have to be the Marvel Fantastic Four. So this trick I put together, it has a bunch of parts of like a bunch of other tricks that I did not make, but I put all those pieces together, came up with this presentation, and so I feel like I could call this mine. All right, this one's a long storytelling one, so I'm gonna hydrate. All right, here we go. So I have a packet of cards, and it's going to be a spaceship. Not just any spaceship, but the spaceship that the scientists, who will later be known as the Fantastic Four, go up to study an anomaly. And they pass through the anomaly, and then they all start exhibiting strange powers. Well, each one of them gets a different power. So first things first, here we have the Two of Clubs. The Two of Clubs is going to represent Reed Richards, who ends up becoming known as Mr. Fantastic. But if I go ahead and I just show you that Mr. Fantastic realizes that he can start to pull and stretch parts of his body. And if we push and pull at the various parts, you're going to see him stretch his body out quite a bit. A lot more than your typical person, or card in this case. And he can hold it for a little bit, but he's not used to it, so he can't hold it forever. So he ends up needing to fall back into his normal form. And so that is Reed Richards, also known as Mr. Fantastic. Next we have Sue Storm, also known as the Invisible Woman, going to be represented by the Queen of Hearts. Now the Queen of Hearts, Sue Storm, the Invisible Woman, she can turn herself invisible. But I can't just get her to turn invisible on a dime, because she's very finicky. So even if I tell her, hey Sue Storm, become invisible. Nope. No. She's going to turn invisible when she wants to, and who knows when that's going to be, but that's like right now she's actually turned herself invisible. That's a little bit weird, right? Super strange. Now I'm like, okay, Sue Storm, please show yourself again. We can't see, and she doesn't want to come back. If you know her personality, she'll come back when she damn well wants to. So, oh god, I just dropped the Invisible Woman, everybody. There she is. Okay, she's okay. But no, she'll come back when she wants to, and now she has come back. So next up we have Ben Grimm, also ends up becoming known as the Thing. He gains incredible strength, but he has to exchange his appearance, so he gets like this rock-like skin. But he becomes known as the Thing. Now the Thing is extremely strong. If I just take any old Joe Schmo, not strong enough to hold the phone, but if I show you the Thing can hold the phone no problem. And that's how strong the Thing is. Then finally we have Johnny Storm, also known as, he will be known as the Human Torch, and he's going to be represented by the Seven of Spades. Now, how he ends up becoming on fire, he lights himself up by saying, "Flame on!" And so he turns himself bright, fiery red. And the Raj Mahal says, "Pretty strong thing." Yep, that's right. Is that why you use diamonds for him, since diamonds are the strongest stones and Ben becomes stone and strong? Mark Rides, short answer, yes. I can explain a little bit more after the trick's over, but yes, great picking that up. So, All right. So now, after the Human Torch is done being on fire, flame off, and so he becomes an extremely smoky version of himself. So I don't know if you can see it. It's very smoky. So yeah, that's and that, my friends, is the Human Torch, Johnny Storm. Now they all discover that they have these powers, and when they make it back to Earth, they're like, we should probably do something. Um, and they decide to call themselves the Fantastic Four, and the rest is history. All right, and that is the Fantastic Four origin story, the trick. All right, so getting back to what Mark Rides said. So yes, Mark Rides. One of the things that I want to do with the Fantastic Four, and I'm glad you actually picked up on that because I don't think anybody else would have, but I wanted to have each one of the Fantastic Four be a different suit because it kind of shows like how different they are, and I gave them like different numbers as well, so um, or like values, so nobody like was the same, right? Um, and So, yeah, while I was thinking, it's like, well, what do I make Ben Grimm? Well, okay, so full disclosure, we have this smoky card. So this one was kind of fixed. That one had to be the Human Torch. There was no negotiation about that. But then I was kind of free to pick and choose some of the other ones. I'm like, what makes sense for really anything else? And it's like, yeah, at some point in my mind, I thought, ooh, diamonds are really strong. And I'm like, that should be the thing. And then I also chose 8 because that's kind of like a number that I think is somehow related to like crystalline structures or something. Don't quote me on that. That was just where my mind went. Whether it's actually true or not doesn't matter at this point. So I could have chosen anything, but I chose the 8 of diamonds. So yeah, but Human Torch has 2 suits. Yeah, I had to find a way to. So long story short, I've been trying to find a card that is basically a red version of a 7 of spade. And I can't find that right now, but if I can get my hands on that, that's exactly what it's going to become. So, anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for that request, Mark Rides. Thank you so much for the claps. Obi-Wan, Chan the Magic Man, Charlie's Beats, the Raj Mahal. Yeah, Diamond is a girl's best friend. Yeah, I also thought that the Queen of Hearts, I mean, the Queen of Hearts makes more sense for Sue Storm. And then 2 of Clubs, well, as you can imagine, it may not. So there's a real trick called the elongated lady. And there's only certain numbers or cards that you can make the stretching card. So you can't make all of them. You can't choose all of them. So there's certain ones that are better than others. So I wonder if they make an inverted deck. Mark Rides, I can tell you that it does exist because I've seen other magicians have it. I've been looking for it for about 2 years. I cannot find one. They're like on sale, available. So, short story is yes, it exists. I don't know where to get it. So yeah, like red spades and clubs and black diamonds and black hearts. Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Yep. I want not just one. I want like a few of those decks just to have them, because I think I can do some shenanigans with that kind of thing. But yeah, so if anybody knows of like magic hookups, that's that's what I'm looking for. Okay, all right. Let's see. They besought them all. Yep. All right, guys. It's getting a little late. So I'm gonna say last call. If anybody would like to see any more magic, feel free to request something. Um, I'm thinking about maybe ending in, I don't know, 25 minutes or so. That's my gut feel. So get some requests in if anybody wants to see anything specific, or if you just want to see more, you can do a random request. And I think, I don't want to say anybody can request. I think anybody who follows, which, by the way, following is free, but anybody who follows can request anything from the list. All right, let's see. SR Card Spring. I don't. Is that just like, okay? So there's two quote unquote styles of card spring, and they're not like a full trick or. And honestly, I'm not that good at the real spring. So can you do a card spring when you shoot the deck from one hand to the other? Okay, so there's the one that looks, so it's a fake. So the one that I'm comfortable with doing is a fake card spring, which it doesn't actually spring, but it's almost more like a dribble. So this is the fake card spring. The real card spring is where you will actually press and bend the deck this way. And actually, these cards are a little bit stiffer than bicycles, so I may not be able to do it that well with these. So this is like, I think, my attempt at card springing. So it doesn't go very far, and I'm not very good at it. But that's kind of like what it really is. Also, it could be because I don't work on my hand muscles this way. If you want to see a really good, yeah, there we go. I'm also bad at catching the cards, but that's basically what it is. So yeah, so the real card spring is when you're basically compressing it this way, and then you compress it this way, and then it shoots out. You can usually control it from the top or the bottom. Actually, I might have better luck from shooting it from the bottom. Yeah, there we go. That one looked not bad. That one looked pretty good. Hold on. Okay, yeah. So you can kind of have it go off of the bottom or the top. Actually, it looks like I might feel more comfortable shooting it off of the thumb rather than the top fingers. But if you want to see a really good card spring, Shin Lim does excellent card springs, and they're far. Like he goes like almost like a at least 90-degree arc, maybe more if you actually look at it. So, oh wow, okay, that was really good. Hold on. Sorry guys, we're gonna practice this for a minute while we're here. Oh, there we go. That one looked pretty nice, I think. Hold on, I just gotta get warmed up. You know what? Also, if I switch over to a bicycle deck, yeah. So the TwitchCon deck, it's fine for Magic. It is a little bit stiffer than what I'm used to. Let me switch back to the old Twitch deck just for a second. Oh yeah, these are way softer. Umbran Crow, welcome in. Thank you so much for the bits. Greatly appreciate it. How are you doing? Alright, here we go. We're just practicing a card spring. Okay. But, yeah, so how I think most magicians will do it is they compress this way, they grip like, so they grip like in the center, and I don't think I like how that feels. So I grip kind of like on the corners, and so lol, been a while and such. So I thought pop in, tip you with thank you, Umran Grow, greatly appreciate it. Yeah, you know, I've not been spending as much time on Twitch as I would like, but honestly, I think my life dictates that I don't spend as much time on Twitch as I would like, because I've noticed it does take away from other things in my life. So. But I want to hang out, but I can't hang out with everybody. And that's the other thing. It's like you make so many friends on Twitch, and it's like you want to hang out with everybody. It's like you gotta, yeah. Okay, so there's some spring, but without catching it. All right, Mark Rides. Hopefully that helps you. Yeah, that's what I was seeing when I was fiddling corners. Yeah. So I guess whatever way the card spring works out for you. Oh, that one was really good. All right, here we go. Yeah. I have dropped some. No, wait. I think I caught them all. Alright, let's check back later. Okay. Whoa, you have gotten a new emojis. Yes, I have new emojis. That's right, because I had some time to fill some emojis out, and also I don't even think I'm using all of the slots I have available. But yeah, here are all of the emojis. Okay, so let's see. We have Picasso aces, and I usually like to end on that. So, in the interim, you know what? Let me practice the. So I did a trick at the beginning of stream. Let me do that trick again now. And then, if nobody else has requested anything by then, we will wrap up with Picasso aces. So, let me see. This is literally a new trick I learned just the other day. I also have this going up on my YouTube tomorrow, but it will be themed as Clue the board game. So if anybody wants to see that, catch it on my YouTube tomorrow after 12 noon. Umbrun Crow asks, how have you been? I would say up and down, but this weekend I've been doing really good. So I'm well rested this weekend. I got to cook this weekend. I didn't spend as much time with my daughter this weekend, but I did do that a couple of weekends ago where I basically hung out with her the entire weekend, which, there's nothing wrong with that, but 2.5-year-olds are kind of tiring. So, yeah. But work is going well for the most part. Can't really complain too much about that. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, we're gonna move some stuff around on the triglet. Nice! Also, highly agreed. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Anybody who has kids out there, you have my sympathies and condolences. And then, even if you don't have kids, but you've had to experience kids, you have my condolences. But, I say that, but you know what? I love my daughter so much. She's at that age where she and I are having like full-on conversations. She's telling me new random things. Roll Dance TBL, you have presented a link to Penguin Magic. What is that link? Is this a link to the thing I mentioned earlier? For anybody who wants to purchase? Oh. Wait, the reverse color deck I'm looking for. What? Is this it? Okay, hold on, wait a second. Oh, no, I don't want to play it. Huh. Okay. Alright. Roll Dan. Thank you kindly for letting me know. Do I know you in real life, or have you just been lurking in stream occasionally? It says your first time chat, so welcome in. You do! Oh! Okay, cool. Awesome. Thank you kindly, Dan, for letting me know. Greatly appreciate it. Alright, I'm gonna make a note of this. Sorry, I don't normally chat. Yeah, no worries. That's cool. Alright, sweet. Okay, I got it. I know who you are. Alright, great. Okay. I'll text you. All right, cool. Thanks. All right, so this is the trick that I did at the beginning of stream. It is a new trick to me. I just learned it a few days ago. It is called Bullet Party. So this is what we're going to do. I have 4 cards here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and invisibly take one of those cards out, turn it face up, and then put it back in to the packet. Now, in order to follow along, you're going to need to know that the card that I turned face up is the money card, so you want to follow this card around. So you're going to be following the Ace of Spades. So there it is, the Ace of Spades. So keep your eye on the Ace of Spades. All 3 of the other cards are actually jokers, and so the jokers here, I'm going to go ahead and do something interesting. We're going to go ahead and pull that ace back out invisibly, turn it face down, and then put it back into the packet. And now you'll see that all the cards are now face down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now if I take one of these jokers and I put it into the packet face up, I can change it to become the ace of spades. And this is how cheater's gonna cheat. Because look, it changes to the ace of spades. But if it looks like the spectator will be finding out where the ace of spades is, you can change it back. Change it back to be the joker. Right? So now you're probably thinking, hey, there's too many jokers. I can't follow along. That's okay. I'm going to go ahead and palm that joker and remove it from the packet. So now we have 1, 2, 3 cards. But if I just invisibly grab that card and place it back into the packet, and there will now be 4 cards here. 1, 2, 3, 4. But now if I take one of these 4 cards and turn it face up and put it back into the packet, it's still the ace of spades, because look, it now turns itself face up. And people are like, whoa, 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 you're obviously cheating. You have an extra ace. And to that I would say, yes, you're right, here's an extra ace. And you know what else they say? They say, hey, you have an extra card. To that I would say, you're right, I have an extra card that's an ace. And then it's like, whoa, you can't achieve that without having a secret assistant. And my secret assistant is the ace of diamonds. But the really astute observers will also say that, hey, you were using marked cards. I'm like, well, only kind of right. These cards are not marked. But this one, the ace of spades, it is. That, my friends, is Bullet Party. And yeah, my presentation tomorrow will basically be that trick, but themed as the Clue board game on my YouTube channel. So check it out. I usually have my tricks published at 12 noon Eastern time. So that's heads up. Thank you kindly for this heat map. Delicious. Okay. All right. Okay, and then with that, let's see, we have time for a trick, and then that. Okay, so I'm just going to do one more quick one. And then we will go from there. I want to do this because I want to practice this one. I'm not very good at it, I think, but I want to get better. So, okay, so we have 4 coins, and normally when I do the coin matrix, I use cards. But this version uses the 4 coins, but actually does not use any cards. And so this is what we're going to do. So hands are empty. I'm going to go ahead and slowly start to make these coins teleport. Like that. And then here. And so now we have 3 over here, and then we have 1 over here, and we're just going to need to do one more magical transfer. And there we have it, the cardless coin matrix. Okay, woo, all right. Thank you kindly for the applause. Chan the Magic Man. Chan, do you do a coin matrix? I'm just curious. Omar Delmar asks, how? Yes, that is a standard trick. I guess the cardless version is a little bit different than the card version, but yeah. I really like how quick and visual it is. And also it exercises some different like things compared to like just cards. So I was like, okay, let me do some of that, but I don't want to carry coins around with me. Also, people don't carry coins with them much anymore because everybody pays with like credit cards and stuff. Anyway, thank you kindly for the applause, Chan the Magic Man, and thank you for the how, Omar Delmar. Okay, so let's go ahead and close the queue, and then we'll do our Picasso aces. Okay. Also, it's that time to thank everybody. So, everybody, thank you so much for coming out and hanging out with me on a Sunday night for Sleight of Hand Sunday. Thank you to everybody who interacted with the stream. If it wasn't for you guys, it wouldn't be as much fun. So, thank you if you clicked on the heat map, chatted in chat, requested a trick, chose a card, any of those things. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you to all the lurkers out there, because if I was just here fiddling with cards by myself, there's no magic happening. I know how everything's done. Well, between me and the deck sock, we know how everything's done. Because, yeah, otherwise there's no magic happening, right? Thank you so much to our mod. If you want to give some mod love to our mod, Gibson Lens, please give Gibson Lens a follow if you are not following. Gibson Lens plays piano, sight reads from some songbooks, plays VGM, some popular music, some esoteric music, but also has a bunch of his own originals on his song list. So, also, thank you so much to Meow2 for the raid. Thank you so much to everybody who came over from the raid and stuck around for a handful of tricks. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you for the new follows. Thank you to everybody who supported today. Thank you for the bits. Umbran Crow, Alchmutation. Thank you kindly for the resubs today, Andrew War and Charlie's Beats. And thank you so much for the hype train at the beginning. And then, let's see here. Once again, if anybody wants to catch my YouTube stuff, check out my YouTube channel. I have a lot of magic stuff over there. If you want to see more magic and I'm not around, that's the best way. Also, all my VODs that fall off of retention on Twitch end up over there, so check it out. And even if you don't check it out, but you hit play and you just let it play for a while, that totally helps. Okay, let's see here. All right. Hold on, I got to get ready for this. All right, and then we will perform Picasso aces, and then we will find somebody to raid. I normally raid into some Twitch friends. A lot of them are musicians. Last week we raided into Seeker of Weird, artist, or not Seeker of Weird, sorry. We raided into Aaron L. Quendy last week. Sorry, I was wanted to say. You know what? I think I haven't raided Seeker of Weird yet, so one day. Hold on. I have the spreadsheet up. Let me just double check before I find. Before I make a fool of myself, making funny claims that. Okay. Yeah, I don't. Yes, we've never raided Seeker of Weird. No, sorry. Last week I raided Aaron L. Quendy, friend of ours that plays mobile games, that has raided in here a bunch of times, but we'd never raided them. So, okay, all right. Okay, all right. Let's see. All right, so that's that. Okay, now finale trick. Here we go. Oh, also disclaimer. If I mess this trick up, we're not ending stream on a mess up, so I'll do another finale. But that's only if I mess up. Oh, also disclaimer, none of this that you see is black magic, sorcery, or anything. Everything can be achieved with sleight of hand and some good presentation. So, there we go. No deals with the devil over here. Or at least, not related to the magic anyway. The Raj Mahal's the scared. Alright. Okay, here we go. So I have some cards in my hand and I have the deck, but the deck I just want to spread so that you see that this is a blue-backed deck. However, we have aces, but these aces don't come from this deck. These aces come from another deck because they're red-backed. So the Ace of Hearts, the Ace of clubs, the ace of diamonds, and the ace of spades. Now, what I want to do with these 4 aces is something interesting. So what I'm going to do is, let me just lay out the aces out here. So, and we're going to leave the ace of spades out like that. And then what we're going to do next is I'm going to go ahead and place 3 other cards on top of each one of these piles, like this. Whoops. 3 there, 3 there, 3 there. And we'll square up. And you know what? For the finale, let's bring out our friend the deck sock. Here we have our friend the deck sock. So here we have our ace, but it will not be there for too long because the deck sock will do a switch. And look, the deck sock has swapped a card between that pile and this pile, because if I show you, there are actually no red backed cards anymore, and there's no aces over here. Now, before we just had the 1 red ace of spades, but now if we count through, there's going to be 2 red aces and 2 other cards. So there's the 2 red cards and 2 blue cards. Alright, so now let's go ahead and do this. Okay, you'll see it there just until the last second before the deck sock makes the switch. And now they're all blue, and none of these are aces. And now, remember we had two blue and 2 red, but if I show you now, there should be 3 red because the other ace has been swapped into here. Yeah, look at that. Okay. Now we have one more. Some people think that there's some shenanigans afoot, and to that I would say you're watching a sleight of hand magic stream, so yeah, of course shenanigans. But look, so here's the red card. That's it. That's the ace. Now if I go ahead and I place the ace here, you'll still see the ace here because you'll see it from the back. You'll see the ace there from the front, still there. But look, if I go ahead and I close this up, bring the deck sock over, have it touch to swap. I don't know if you can tell, but all of these cards are now blue-backed cards. And actually, if I show you the faces, none of them are aces. Is that weird or what? Super weird, right? Because now if we take a look over here, all 4 cards, 1, 2, 3, 4, all red-backed. And all these are the ace of diamonds, the ace of spades, the ace of clubs, and the ace of hearts. And that, my friends, I will call a successful performance of Picasso Aces. One of my favorite routines to perform, and the effect, outstanding. As you can tell, I love performing this, but it's also such yeah. Thank you so much for all the emotes. The Raj Mahal's got the scared. Oh, that was from the disclaimer. That's right. Thank you kindly for the deck sock emotes, Chan the Magic Man. Thank you kindly for the ecstatic Sam Shine Gamer. Welcome back, Sam Shine Gamer. How's it going? How are you doing? Thank you kindly for the claps. Chan the Magic Man, the Raj Mahal, E-Room, Gibson Lens. Thank you so much. Alright. Hopefully everybody had fun. Thank you for joining me today. If you haven't taken a hydrate for a while, feel free to hydrate. Also remember to stretch. I forgot to stretch last week, so I actually have a crick in my neck from the middle of the week because I needed to stretch a little bit more, but anyway, if anybody wants to see me, once again, I usually stream Sunday nights. Otherwise, catch me on my YouTube, which I already advertised. So, and that link is plastered everywhere. So if anybody missed it, you can find it. Okay, all right. Who we gonna raid? Who are we gonna raid today? Oh, and Chan the Magic Man has put the link in for Magic Twitch. If you guys are looking for more Magic on Twitch, there's not many Magic Twitch streamers that have a regular schedule. That link should take us to 4 of them. It should be me, Chan the Magic Man, InfoXR, and Hallowthorn. So let's see what is going on here. There's a lot of people on tonight. Man, as much as I would love to raid into somebody playing the new Final Fantasy, I don't have a PS5, so I can't play the new Final Fantasy. And I don't want to spoil anything. So, um, okay. That's it. Oh, Chan says Kashmir. Oh, Kashmir's on. Samshine Gamer says, have a good night. Thank you so much. Samshine Gamer. You know what? Yeah, when was the last time we raided Kashmir anyway? I think it's been a while, right? Hold on. Kashmir. Rated out too. It has been... It's been almost 2 months, so yeah. So that is fine. You know what? Let's get over to our friend Kashmir Feline stream. So actually, yeah, here. If you guys would like, grab a raid call. If you're subbed, you can grab this raid call. Let's see, raiding here. Then if you get left behind, there's that. And then let me remember how to really raid. I heard there's a new raid UI, but I just used the command in chat. So, all right, there we have it. Oh, let me grab my own raid call. I sometimes forget. All right. Okay, so once again, everybody, take care of yourselves. Have a glorious week, and we'll see you around. What? Hold on, what just happened? The Raj Mahal gifted to... Oh, gifted to StreamL. Thank you so much, Raj Mahal. You totally didn't have to do that. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for the gift sub. Once again, everybody take care of yourselves, and I should probably make sure. Oh yeah, so Kashmir Feline, normally a productivity streamer, but also plays Fall Guys. She's playing Fall Guys today. So let's go over there and say hi. I also should probably click on so I'm not left behind myself. Hang tight, everybody. Okay, also, it might automatically go to the raid because I'm being a little slow. Alright, so here we are. Bye, see ya!